Okay, good morning everyone. So next class, move on to our next class in nitrogen compounds. So far we have studied about amines. In that amines we have studied about preparations, physical properties and chemical properties. And we have one more topic in amines. Amines is diazonium salts, or we can say benzene diazonium salt. So how we can prepare benzene diazonium salt? So benzene diazonium salt can be prepared by using amines. So whenever amine is treated with nitrous acid in presence of HCl, and the temperature should be 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, so it will give a substance that is called benzene diazonium salt, or you can say benzene diazonium ion, or we can say sodium benzene diazonium salt. Okay, so this is, oh shit. Okay, so this is benzene diazonium salt. Okay, let's see how we will prepare benzene diazonium salt. Let's see. Okay, so this is benzene diazonium salt. Here, this is our amine, and which is treated with salt, sodium nitrite, nitrite, sodium nitrite. That is HX. That is hydrochloric acid. That gives rise a salt, or we can say ion. That is what benzene diazonium ion, or you can say sodium salt of benzene diazonium ion, or you can say benzene diazonium salt. Okay, let's see the mechanism. So how we can prepare this? Let's see. Okay, so our starting material is what? Again, aniline. So we can consider one of chemical property of aniline also, no problem. So this is aniline. When this aniline is treated with NaNO2 in presence of hydrohalous acid, or you can say hydrochloric acid, generally we use hydrochloric acid. So it will give a benzene diazonium. This is azonium. Whenever N double bond N appears, that is called as azonium ion, and that is chloride. So along with we may get what, NaCl and H2O, like this. Okay, let's see the mechanism. So how this reaction occurs or goes on. Okay, initially what happened, this NaNO2 reacts with HCl and it will be converted as HNO2, nitrous acid. Now I am writing this nitrous acid as I am expanding the structure of nitrous acid. This is nitrous acid. So first step, this nitrous acid undergo protonation. So this nitrous acid will undergo protonation. So protonation means here the acid, what is the role of acid? That acid gives H plus A. So this H plus ion will be attached to here, and thereby we may get hydronium ion. So this is hydronium ion and it is highly unstable. What happens? It will be eliminated as water molecule, and thereby we can get nitrosonium ion. So this is N plus O. So this is known as nitrosonium ion. So this is first step. Okay, now this nitrosonium ion, now it what happens? Let's see. So this is aniline, second step. So this reaction should be carried out around 0 to 5 degrees centigrade under cold condition. We are supposed to carry out this reaction. Okay, so this is aniline, and on nitrogen we have one lone pair of electron, and this is what, our, sorry, so okay, some technical problem, some technical problem. So okay, sorry, technical problem resolved. Okay, now this nitrosonium ion, and it is electrophile, and this is lone pair of electron, and it acts as a nucleophile. It donates its lone pair of electron to the nitrosonium ion, so thereby a new nitrogen-nitrogen bond is formed, and at the same time nitrogen will acquire positive charge. So this is NH2, NH2, and now a new bond is formed between two nitrogen atoms. And next step, what happens? The H plus ion will be eliminated. So this H plus ion is eliminated, and we get this one. So this is NH double bond, and sorry, not double bond. It actually it is single bond. Okay. So this is nitrogen, and now double bond. In next step, what happens again? This HCl will donate H plus ion, so that H plus ion will attack an oxygen atom. So thereby again we may get this one, a oxonium ion. So here lone pair of electron, N double bond O, and it becomes OH. Then what happens? This electron, this nitrogen donates two electrons here, and then this double bond shifted over here. So thereby we may have this one. Okay, I will show you next page. Next step. So I'm writing for, previous step. This is N again. So this is H, and this is N double bond O, and this is plus. This is oxonium ion. So now this nitrogen donates its lone pair of electron. Thereby this double bond completely shifted an oxygen atom. So therefore it can be neutralized, and the oxygen atom will lose positive charge. At the same time, this nitrogen will get the positive charge. Okay, so here the nitrogen and the double bond. Now the double bond is formed between here, and this is OH. So again here what happens? One of the H plus will be eliminated. So again it will be removal of H plus ion. So at the same time, okay, sorry. So I'm supposed to not show this. Next step it will goes on. Okay, so here what happens? So this nitrogen, benzene, attached to nitrogen, and it no double bond is formed between two nitrogen atoms, and that is already present. So H, this H again attacks an oxygen atom, so thereby this oxygen atom will get positive charge. So it will attack here, and again what happens? This lone pair of electron will be shifted here, so thereby that facilitate the removal of water molecule. So meanwhile what happens? This will be okay, 1 minute. So here, okay, so this is positive charge, and this is H, and so there is no charge here. So here what happened is HCl will donate one of H plus ion to the nitrogen. So the leftover part is Cl minus. That Cl minus will be comes here, and it will be formed like that. So here this nitrogen will get triple bond. At the same time it acquires the positive charge, and water molecule is removed, and this Cl minus, so the leftover Cl minus will be comes to are attached to this one. So this is known as a diazonium ion. So this diazonium ion, it is a stable ion. Why? Because it will participate in resonance. How? Let's see the resonance. So here what happened? The lone pair of electrons shift here. Then the double bond, one of the triple bond will be shifted on nitrogen atom. So thereby, so displacement of positive charge takes place. Then so it will get the lone pair of electron, the triple bond becomes as double bond, and again so triple bond remains as it is. Why? Because this nitrogen donated one electron pair, so it will acquire the positive charge. So again it will happen here, and it will happen here, so same thing. So this is a resonating structure of diazonium ion. Okay, so this is diazonium ion. So in our laboratory also we execute this reaction, particularly uh, in coupling reactions, diazo coupling reactions, or we can say coupling reactions. Generally these coupling reactions are used for the preparation of derivative of amines or phenols, whatever it may be. Okay, and generally this reaction will be used in the preparation of dyes, so color dyes. in dyes also we use this reaction. So here, so how many steps? So here this is the overall reaction. So this is overall reaction. The first step is what? The formation of nitronium ion, nitrosonium ion. So this one, this is the first step. So how we get? So first, what we have taken, what we have done, we react. First, sodium nitrite NaNO2 reacts with HCl. So thereby we get a nitrous acid, and this nitrous acid again reacts with HCl, that is protonated. Thereby it releases water molecule and facilitates the formation of nitrosonium ion. So this is first step, that is formation of electrophile, and this electrophile attacks on aniline. So thereby again what happens, removal of water molecule takes place in last step, and then we get this benzene diazonium ion or salt. So this is the preparation of benzene diazonium ion or salt. It is very important, we can expect in the examination also. Okay, so this is whole reaction and this is the mechanism. Okay, and next move on to next one, and applications. So generally it has synthetic applications. This benzene diazonium ion is very important in organic chemistry. Why? Because most of the organic compounds cannot be prepared by conventional methods. సో కన్వెన్షనల్ మెథడ్ అంటే సాంప్రదాయబద్ధంగా మనం తయారు చేయని చాలా ఆర్గానిక్ కాంపౌండ్స్ని ఎట్లా తయారు చేయొచ్చు? బెంజిన్ డయాజోనియం క్లోరైడ్ ద్వారా తయారు చేయొచ్చు. Okay, so most of the organic compounds which cannot be synthesized are prepared by conventional method, those can be prepared by using this benzene diazonium ion. So that's why this benzene diazonium ion acquires importance, synthetic importance, or we use frequently, particularly in the preparation of dyes and other reactions. So here the reactivity of this one, if you look at the reactivity of this one here, this is benzene diazonium ion. I am elaborating the structure. So here positive charge and this one. So this group can act as a good leaving group. It can act as a good leaving group. In presence of a nucleophile, it removes, or this group will be eliminated as nitrogen gas N2. Okay, in presence of nucleophile, and we may get a highly unstable ion, that is phenyl carbocation. So this is highly unstable. So that's why what happened, immediately it will react with nucleophile. So we may get a nucleophilic substituted. So we can say a substituted reaction. So this reaction is known as what? A substitution reaction. So in that substitution reaction, we can conclude that as this NO2 can be substituted with a nucleophile. NO2 can be substituted with nucleophile. So this is the reaction, the most of the reaction which goes like this way. Okay, so let's see some important reactions. So the important reactions are few reactions. So first one is a Sandmeyer reaction. So Sandmeyer reaction. Second one is Gutterman reaction. Gutterman reaction. And third one is Schiemann reaction. Schiemann reaction. So a part of these three reactions, we have some substitution reactions. So these NO2 plus ion can be substituted by H. So that results benzene, and this can be substituted by Cl minus. So this Cl minus can be substituted by either Sandmeyer reaction or Gutterman reaction, or else it can be again substituted by bromine minus, and it can be substituted by iodide minus, and it can also be substituted by F minus, and it can also be substituted by Cn minus. Okay, and it can also be substituted with OH minus also. OH minus. So this diazonium ion, or you can say NO2 plus, can be replaced with OH minus or HCl minus, Cn minus, F minus, Br minus, I minus. Okay, in that these Cl minus and Br minus. So sorry. So Cl minus. Okay, here I am writing these two reactions. Which one? Sandmeyer and Gutterman reaction. By these two reactions, we can replace N2 with Br minus or Cn minus. Okay, and here the Schiemann reaction is exclusively used to substitute N2 with F minus. Okay, so let's see the reactions. Okay, this is the glimpse of the reactions. So in first case, this is NO2 plus and Cl minus. This NO2 here is replaced with Cl minus, so thereby we can get cyanobenzene. And further hydrolysis of cyanobenzene, it gives one benzoic acid. And next here, when this benzene diazonium chloride is treated with water, we can get phenol. And whenever this benzene diazonium chloride is treated with acid, particularly this H3PO2 phosphorus acid, we may get benzene. And whenever this benzene diazonium chloride treated with potassium iodide, so we can get iodobenzene. And next we can again, I just now I told you that the Br and Cl minus can be substituted either by using a Sandmeyer reaction or Gutterman reaction. This is Sandmeyer reaction when we use Cu plus, or you can say cuprous chloride or cuprous bromide. It will give chloro and bromobenzene respectively. And when if you use HBF4 fluoroboric acid, hydrofluoroboric acid, so we may get fluorobenzene, and this reaction is known as Sheeman reaction. Okay, so let's see one by one. So here these are Sandmeyer reactions. These are what Sandmeyer reaction. In Sandmeyer reaction, the catalyst is the CuCl, and whenever this CuCl is treated with HCl, we may get chlorobenzene, and CuBr in presence of HBr, again we get what? Bromobenzene. And Cu copper cyanide, cuprous cyanide, and presence of potassium cyanide, we may get cyanobenzene. So whenever we use Cu plus, this is Cu plus and Cl minus. So Cu plus ion, those reactions are known as Sandmeyer reaction. Again, we may get the same result, just changing the catalyst. Instead of CuCl, if you take Cu, just we are replacing what, the salt of copper, mono copper with copper. Okay, Cu in presence of HCl, we may get same product, and Cu in presence of HBr, we get same product. And comparatively these two, which is better? Which reaction gives the more product? So compared to these two, Sandmeyer reaction is far better than Gutterman reaction. Okay, next one, important one is this one, another replacement reaction. That is what, up to now we have prepared chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. So by means of two reactions. One is Sandmeyer reaction. In Sandmeyer reaction, the reagent is what? CuCl in presence of HCl, and another CuBr in presence of HBr. In Gutterman reaction, the catalyst is copper in presence of HCl, copper in presence of HBr. So we got these two, chloro and bromobenzene. And next, how we can get iodobenzene? So whenever this benzene diazonium ion or salt is treated with potassium iodide, so it will facilitate the I minus, and it is a strong nucleophile, or you can say good nucleophile. So we may get iodobenzene, and it is not concerned to Sandmeyer or either Gutterman reaction. It is another reaction. Next one is Sheeman reaction. In that Sheeman reaction, what we can prepare? We can prepare fluorobenzene. So when this benzene diazonium chloride, whenever it is treated with hydrofluoroboric acid or fluoroboric acid, initially we may get a precipitated precipitation. So that is like this one, BF4 minus, it is a salt, fluoroborated salt, and on heating, upon heating of this fluoroborated salt, we may get fluorobenzene, along with we may get BF3 along with nitrogen gas. Okay, so this is fluorobenzene. So that means all halobenzenes we can be prepared by using this benzene diazonium chloride. And next reactions of this one, yeah, are coupling reactions. So these are coupling reactions. So couple means adding. Couple means adding. Here see, okay, I will show you mechanism or reaction. So whenever this benzene diazonium chloride, so how we can get directly, we cannot get this benzene diazonium chloride. We need to be prepared. So how we can prepare? By using NaNO2 and HCl. The temperature should be 0.5 degrees, 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. So that will give a benzene diazonium chloride ion. So whenever this benzene diazonium chloride ion is treated with electron ring activating groups on benzene like phenol or like aniline or like another phenolic compounds. Those are alpha phenol, beta phenol, naphthol. So this is so beta naphthol. So this will give what a dye. So we may get a red color dye. So that's why these reactions are also known as dye, uh, azo dye reactions. Which reactions? These coupling reactions are also known as azo dye reaction. Azo dye. So dye means it is a color imparting substance, and azo means what? That whatever product that formed contain what? Azo group. Double bond, N double bond, and that is azo group. So that's why these coupling reactions are also known as which reactions? Coupling reactions. Sorry, coupling reactions are also known as azo dye reaction. The condition when you are using mononucleated compounds are like this benzene, phenol or aniline, the para position must be free. Why? Because this diazonium ion will attach or attacks on para hydrogen. So here the benzene diazonium ion, again this will be a substitution reaction. This N2 group will substituted with this phenolic part. That means this H will replace it by this one phenyl group. Sorry, not the phenyl group. This what this hydrogen will be this carbon will be attached to azo group, one nitrogen. Okay, one nitrogen attached to this phenyl. Okay, I will show you mechanism. Okay, don't be get confused or don't be get mess. Okay, so I will show you. So this is what aniline. When this aniline is treated with sodium nitrate NaNO2 in presence of HCl and temperature is 0 to 5, then what we got? Diazonium salt. So this is diazonium salt. Okay. You can place positive charge here or here, whatever it may be, that's your choice. Okay, if you place like that, no problem. Okay, and the next step, it will react with phenol. Phenol. So this is phenol. So what happens here? This double bond shifts here, then this bond shifts here, then this bond attacks here. Okay, if positive charge. Okay, so now if positive charge is present on this nitrogen atom, what happens? Then what happens? This bond shifted here. So at that time, what happened? It will become as like this. So that positive charge will be disappeared. This nitrogen will attain lone pair of electron, and this nitrogen also has two lone pair of electrons. And now a new bond is formed between this nitrogen and here. Already what we have here, we have one hydrogen. So now the nitrogen is formed a bond with a benzene carbon of benzene ring, a second benzene ring. Okay, here this is a double bond, this is a double bond, this is what a hydrogen, and here double bond O, this oxygen will get the positive charge. So this is resonance. Why? Because this bond is shifted here. Now what happens? Retaining aromaticity, this bond shifts here, this bond shifts here, and then this bond shifts here. So thereby we get our dye, our final product. So like this is benzene, double bond N, and now NO bond is formed between this nitrogen and another benzene. So here what happened? A bond, double bond, double bond, double bond, and this becomes OH. So this is known as phenyl diazonium salt. Diazonium, benzene diazonium, phenyl benzene diazonium. So phenyl benzene diazonium can be used as dye. Okay. So for suppose if this para position is black, then we cannot expect this reaction. So that's why, so whatever compounds which are taken mononuclear benzenes, then what happens? Two conditions. It should have ring activating groups or ERG groups, and para position should be free. Para position must be free. Otherwise, we cannot expect this reaction. Okay. So in same manner, aniline. Again, one more aniline. So here, if you replace this double, okay, I will show you another slide, or else we can show here also. Uh, okay, so it will become a bit easier. Okay, just replacing nitrogen oxygen. Okay, if it is aniline, consider it is aniline. Aniline, what is the formula? NH2. Then what happens? Same thing happened. This lone pair of electrons shifts here, then this double bond shifts here, then this double bond shifted attacks on this one. Again, what happens? Again, here we have one more nitronium ion will get, and again same thing happens here. We get this. This is para-amino benzene diazonium. So this is also one type of di. So these reactions are known as what? Benzene coupling reactions. Okay, here see. G means electron releasing groups. Either it may be amine or OH, phenols. Okay, this is the reaction. So what happens? Let's see. So if para position is blocked, then one more we have reactive position, that is ortho position. Okay, and the phenols will give this one. So these are the dyes. So azo compounds are commonly used as dyes. These azo coupling results in compounds were highly conjugated. This one. So see, if you see the phenolphthalein indicator, this phenolphthalein indicator, sorry, not phenolphthalein indicator, methyl orange indicator. So this is methyl orange indicator. So orange, methyl orange indicators. So we may have the indicators also, one type of dye, color imparting substances. So as for this is sodium sulfonate groups is added the molecule for solubility. So for our methyl orange indicator is soluble in water. Why? Because so here we have this polar group. So these are the indicators. So this is one more reaction. So this is known as N dimethyl phenyl aniline. It is a yellow colored solid. It is also one type of dye. So with this we have completed amines. Okay. So leftover reaction topics in this organic chemistry is cyanides and isocyanates. So tomorrow hopefully we will finish cyanides and isocyanates. Thereby we finish our organic chemistry. Okay. So okay. So with this I will stop this reaction. Okay. Thank you.